Hello, this is Mr. Mack-Poole, and the broad thing we're going to look at today is why did the empire decolonize so rapidly between 1947 and 1967, with a more focused exploration of what impact did the Cold War have on African decolonization. So Britain was undergoing some Cold War blues. It was regarded as the toothless empire because it had lost its power, namely because Britain was now a debtor power to the United States. The debt which Britain had incurred fighting Germany in World War II was absolutely colossal and wasn't actually paid off until the next century, which shows you what a bad state Britain was in. And don't forget, all the bombing of Britain by the German Luftwaffe had destroyed a lot of British infrastructure. So there are a number of problems Britain faced post World War II. They may have seemed victorious, but it was a Pyrrhic victory. As you can see, there was a rapid decolonisation in Africa here. However, I think this map maybe illustrates it better. So all the pink on here belongs to the British Empire, and then that's 1951. And if we look by 1967, Africa has largely decolonised as a continent from the grip of the British. So really, we've got a changing era. We've got an era where Pax Britannica, I think that's a brilliant cartoon from 1943, summarising Britain's global hegemony there. And then we've moved into a more bipartisan Cold War era with America being and the Soviet Union being the two superpowers. Obviously, America edging ahead in dominance as the era progresses. And this has a key impact on the tail end of our course. So what did it mean for the world? Okay, the Cold War, what did it mean for the world? Well, you've got these two superpowers, Uncle Sam and the Russian bear, representing the USSR and the USA, and they are pushing against one another for influence on a global scale. It also meant that there was a risk of a nuclear war. Now, we call this MAD, the doctrine of MAD, mutually assured destruction. If both sides would destroy each other, then they would never go to war. It used to give my mum nightmares when she was a kid, when she was growing up in the 60s and 70s. And also, well, what it meant for Africa was proxy wars, a rapid decolonisation, and choices. You had a choice. You could either join, the blue team, which is American imperialism, or you could liberate yourself with Marxist ideology. So those were the two, or as a lot of pro-American people would see it, Soviet ideology. Also, there are a lot of countries which remain neutral, and those states are grey. Okay, so that's our introduction to the Cold War and its impact on decolonisation.